everyone. Hi, Mom. Hi, Tyler. That's my son, and he said he would watch, so I have to say hello. But before I start with the journal, which is what he's expecting to see, he has to watch this. So this is my newest kit. It should be in the store any day. There's 12 pages to this one. There will be a 13th because I am going to design a journaling page for it. And I've already started on the ephemera kit, so it should be done within a day or so. And they'll all be listed in my store. So hop on over and, check it out. This has everything to do with a farm. It's called Vintage Farmyard. And let's just go. So there's horses and there's everything. It's just a real mix, but very vintage. Lots of red and black. And a lot of sort of that nice ambery color that I love so much. There's two there? No. There's even a pig. I love this page. It's vintage, but it's pretty bold. I love the colors, how they came out. Sheet. And the last page, I think. Yep, that's the last page. So a little bit of everything in here. I absolutely love the way it turned out and can't wait to make the journal. This will be the next journal that I start. And so let's get to the journal I have finished. So this one is a steampunk themed journal. I'm not sure that light might be shining on it just a wee bit too much. It's a little bit bigger. Well, it's a huge journal, but it's a little bit wider, I believe. Yeah, it's 6 1/8, 1 1/4, I think. Yeah, 1 1/4 wide. There are 2 signatures. It's very large and chunky, but it's a hybrid. So I really wanted to create something where I could kind of bring in a mini album, which is something I used to make a lot of and have stopped because they take so long to make. And I was trying to figure out how I could combine the two, a junk journal and a mini album. And I finally came up with an idea. I don't know if anybody else has done this. I'm sure they have. I'm not taking credit for anything. I've used the Kathy Orta hidden hinge system. When I searched on YouTube for hybrid, I couldn't find anything that remotely came close to what I was thinking of in my head. Anyway, I think it worked out. I really love the way it turned out. The spine there's several layers. So there's the full piece. This is attached, and then there's another one inside. So that's 3 layers of craft text plus the hinge. So it's not super thick cardstock, but it's cardstock. So there's actually 4 layers in the spine. This part has been run through the Tim Holtz embossing folder, and then I've rubbed it over with the Viva Gold paint. The back has been texturized with a heavy gloss medium, and it feels so fantastic. I love the feel of this. The front has also been done. All of these have been attached with the gloss medium, so it's on there, like it's stuck. The owl is the new Tim Holtz owl. I've added metal gears, and I used alcohol ink to color them, and then filled it in with stickles so he looks like he's got sunglasses on, and then added the top hat. The gears are the movers and shapers gears, and they've been covered in a mixture of embossing powders. And then, of course, the gold trim is there with the tea stain doily. The center part also is done with the embossing folder. And then gold embossing powder around the edge. What else can I tell you? It's the Butterbee scraps corners and the hitch fastener from Tim Holtz And the metal pieces on the side, I've added those for extra strength along the side. So when this pulls, it's not going to eat into the paper at all. I've done the Viva Gold around the edges. And then I've added this little, it's like a clock, I think. It's a steampunk clock that has paper stuck in it. That's annoying me. Okay, I'll fix it later. And then this little piece here, this feather, is from Debbie. And I thought it was perfect way to, you know, just put a little bookmark there, right? Okay, so hopefully my lighting is going to be good for you. It's very sunny out. If I open my curtains, all I've got is shadows everywhere. So we're going with artificial light. Okay, so here we go. So the first part here is the mini album part. It is done with the hidden hinge. I wanted to add so that you had a lot of place to add photos. So it's more of a memory book / junk journal, right? This has been done with magnets, and there's some washi. But there's also a side pull-out, so you've got another photo mat, and then you can journal on the back with a, you know, like a weight pen or whatever. Or you can add more photos. It's up to you. It's the same on this side. So it opens up, and you've got lots and lots of places for photos. And then you start your journaling. Okay, I'm going to try and hold it in such a way that the light really shows it. There is a ton of ephemera in this book. Some of it isn't in the ephemera kit. It's like separate purchases, like postcards and different things like that. I started with "And the Story Begins," which is, I just got the stamp, so I'm really happy with that. And then this is an envelope, and it's a petal envelope that has a piece of cardstock journaling, and you fold it just like you would the top of a box, and then you just tuck the flap under. I've seen people try and glue them, but it didn't make it that way. So it doesn't work that way, but you know, you do whatever you want. You can even make it as a pocket if you wanted to. And then some trim here, little piece of, I think that's Tim Holtz paper. This comes in the ephemera pack. I've just layered some different I kind of went Tim Holtzy this time. Added, this piece is from the ephemera. And this is a separate purchase, I believe. It's the little plain cards. Some tracing paper that's been tea stained. And then we've got the big one. Well, both of these come, you can see the little goggle or little monocle. I've done a blue glaze over most of the eyewear. Will have blue on it. And then I've burnt some paper that has a printed, this is sort of like, this was a boo-boo. I forgot to make these smaller. And so when I printed it, printed full page, and I thought, well, I don't want to waste that. It's actually a very cool page. So I just turned it into this with my seal. And then part of this trim is from Rhonda. She had wrapped up the journal she sent me in this ribbon, so I've been using it in different places. Added a little key that I colored up with my Copic markers, and there's a bulb pin there, which looks like, and oh, and I stapled as well. Oh, and I wanted to show you that, you guys. You know those staples that you can buy that are colored and they cost a fortune? Well, you take your Copic markers. Let me just grab these. They're right here. See these? These are those We Are Memory Keepers, you know, the colored ones. So I have these little Tim Holtz ones. Oh, maybe I didn't do these ones. No, I didn't. Oh, here they are. Nope, maybe not. Anyway, I'll just tell you what I did. I took my Copics in several different colors, and I colored the backs of them. If you let them sit, they don't rub off. They stay. So you can actually put, I use this, honestly. Oh, there's colored staples in it. So I don't know if that shows. There we go. Yeah. Cool, huh? So that's what I do, and it's a cheap way to do it. That stapler's just from the dollar store. Yeah, I thought they were ridiculously priced to go and buy colored staples, so did it myself. Anyway, blabbering on. Somebody told me I talk way too much, so I'm trying not to, but it's so me. This is ephemera from Denise, A Tattered Dreams on Etsy. We've got some layering here. This is the little cards that are these ones from Tim Holtz, Ideologies. I've just cut them in half, and these are my initials. I've added little gears. This is part of the ephemera. Added a tiny little envelope, which I did put a piece in and has my information. Forgot I'd done that and added my information again in another spot, but oh well. Repetition for emphasis, you know. Sorry. Then we've got little tag, playing card, and this is one of those little, kind of a coin envelope, I guess. These come in the ephemera except for the playing card. That is separate. I did back the doily in some paper just to give it a little bit more strength. And this is part of the kit, so is that. That just opens like that, and it has a little tuck spot. Sorry, I got a dry throat all of a sudden. One of the tea stain doilies I've done. This is a die that I got from AliExpress, and it's loaded with embossing powder, and it flips open so you can write the whole page. This is a tuck. So there's the postcard, that's separate. And then I've got a new stamp. Where did I get that? Joanne.com. And this was a download from Etsy. I don't remember who from. Did some gold embossing around the edge and then added little gears and a top hat to her. So I've done some stamping and some stenciling. This is a flip, so it's a weekly list that I've designed. It's not in any of the kits, not even in the store. I haven't decided what I'm going to do with that. And then the key turns, so this pulls out so you can write on that, and then you've got your little playing cards on the other side. And that just kind of holds it down. And then a tuck spot for a postcard. Tracing paper, did some stenciling here. And this is what that full page I showed you, yeah, that's what this is. But this was the size I meant it to be. But, you know, waste not, want not. So I turned all of this into writing. And then the center part I glued together so that it would have a pocket. And this stamp I got from Jen, who is Dreams Etc. And I believe she's Shopify now, I'm not sure. This pulls out. So this is the Jilly Bean bag, and I just added an extra little card in there. Postcard, another weekly planner. So I think there's 4 in total in the book. Just a little tuck spot that I've done with some dies, and I wanted to show you this paper. This has been cut up, but it would be one full sheet. So if you purchase the Steampunk kit, then I will send this as a free download. I've got the bulb paper clip that I've colored with a Copic marker, and we've got some tags and stuff, both sides. And here's that piece I told you yeah, it's got my information on it. But this was the September, which is what I wanted to add because it's the month I did it. And we've got some layering here with some dies and Tim Holtz and little tag. This is from Ephemera's Vintage Garden. I believe that was a freebie. And I love this. This is my favorite one. Big tag. Something about that light bulb that I really, really like. Okay, I'm not left-handed, so I'm having difficulty. And the pocket comes in the ephemera, so does that one. This is a separate one. And then this is just an envelope that I tea stained and added. That one does come in the ephemera. All of these smaller type cards, they all fit in that petal pocket envelope. I hope you're all on there. I apologize if I've been moving it around. Okay, so the center, well, you can see I've done the washi tape down the center. Okay, so the story goes, yes, I'm going to talk. The story goes, when I punched the holes, I boo-booed. And that's why there's an extra piece on the outside of the spine here, because it had holes where I didn't want them. So, you know, there's a fix to everything, you guys. And it worked beautifully. But then I had the little holes on the inside, which bugged me. So I took that beautiful, I think it's a Tim Holtz actually, washi. I glued it down though. I didn't just, you know, it won't come up. I glued it down so it covers all the little holes, and it, if I hadn't told you, you'd never know. But, you know, that's just me. I have to show you that, yeah, I make mistakes. So this flips up, nice big photo mat. And it also flips down for another big photo mat. I can't even get y'all on camera. And it has a top loading pocket, which I've done a big journaling spot or photo, whatever you want to do with it. Then this side of it flips up and open. So you've got tons and tons of room for adding some nice pictures or ephemera or whatever you want to add to it. Tracing and another tag. So the belly bands, all the big tags, all the little tags. The postcards are the only ones that are separate, I believe, and the playing cards. Everything else comes in the ephemera pack. It's quite a big ephemera pack. And here's another little pocket. So these can be glued right to a page if you prefer, or taken out. Do whatever you want. I mean, it'll be your book, so you can do what you want with it. So there's the other one that I almost burnt the house down creating. Shows my dedication, you guys. And another weekly with another postcard. And so I've colored the hat with that glaze. The glaze you can make yourself. You just take paint and just take a gel medium of some kind. I use the Liquitex varnish, and it works great. And I've stamped on this one. That's a LeBlanc stamp. And I've done up, this is a Sizzix key. No, Spellbinders, not Sizzix. Spellbinders key. And I've just, you know, done some gold embossing powder over a bright blue. I hope that shows, because that's a really pretty blue. I tried to put blue throughout the book just to add some color. Again, we've got a lot of writing in here with another middle pocket and another postcard. And then some more layering with a bunch of dies. There's another cutout from that sheet. And all I do is I print them on paper, and then I glue them to scrap paper. you know, I've got tons of scrap cardstock. And so it makes it thicker. You get a, you know, more substantial cutout, but you can just print it out on paper. It's, you know, and I just use a glue stick to attach them. Postcard and another big tag. That's probably not in there right because I can't do anything upside down. As you can see, there is a ton of writing space. This pulls out, and it's the little file folder from Denise's store that I've just stamped on, and I've tea stained it. Tucks in there, but it's again the weekly. And this flips open. All these little guys are also in the ephemera. And then this is the tuck on this side. And then I printed all of the plain cards on a 5x7 photo paper, gloss photo paper. And they come out a really nice size. So I like using those little things for, you know, decoration. Another postcard. I think there's 8 styles in total for the postcard. Then we've got another one of those and a tag. And some more ephemera. The banners all come in the ephemera. And then we've got, this is from Denise's store, and I've just done it, you know, so it tucks underneath this little guy here, because it is quite thick. And then I've left it open so that I can tuck stuff underneath it. I like this page. And then I did a little paper clip with the derby hat. I think that's what they're called, right? And then this is a trifold one with postcard and the big tag. I love that car stamp. And that's the end of the signatures of the junk journal part of it. And then we've got one more of these, which flips out, pulls out, and flips out again. So that is the book. It is really chunky. I believe you can still write in it quite easily. There's that paper, it finally fell out. And I love the feel of it. It's soft, but it's very sturdy. So yeah, it's going to kill me to part with this one. I worked really, really hard on this one, and there is a lot in this book. So I hope you guys like it. Let me know what you think, and we will talk really soon. Have an awesome week, you guys. Bye.